Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to be looking at something a bit out of the ordinary. This is going to be I let an AI rewrite my LinkedIn profile and forced spammers to read it by DougDoug. Now, I haven't checked out anything to do with DougDoug before, although I think I've seen clips of him around in a Mario costume shouting "Why" at the sky, which would sound moderately insane, except this is YouTube, so let's be honest, that ain't nothing. More importantly, this is actually a recommendation from one of my mods on Discord who's actually recovering from COVID. So, Airier, if you're feeling better, neat. And if you're not, thank you for the link. And hopefully I still agree with that sentiment by the end of it. So let's just jump in and see what happens. Again, there's a link below. Hit it up. Let's get started.
Hey, this is DougDoug, where we solve business problems that no one has.
Pepper?
Today, I'm going to let an artificial intelligence program rewrite my entire
so he's
LinkedIn profile.
actually allowing that to happen.
Go through every job that I've had and let the AI write an entirely new job description for me. And you might...
I'm going to be honest. If this doesn't go horribly, I might consider this just because I hate everything about LinkedIn and I don't like anything to do with job applications. So this sounds like a giant pile of I will take any excuse to not do it. Is that a good reason? I actually think it is, yes.
Might be wondering, why? Why do this, Doug?
Also,
well, let me tell you a story. 8 years ago, when I got my first real programming job, I started to get lots of spam emails from recruiters based on my LinkedIn and my email, which is normal for the tech industry, but I especially got emailed by this one company who would email me far more than anyone else. And you know, I would...
Wait, he was with Electronic Arts? Yeah, go back a second there, buddy. Came across profile, development background. I saw you've been with Electronic Arts for a while. Oh, he was with EA? I don't know how to feel about this. Is this like, oh, congratulations on leaving EA, or oh, you're willing to admit that? I don't know which way to go on this, but we'll find out.
And you know, I would like politely tell them I'm not interested in this job, but they would keep emailing me sometimes about the job that I just told them that I don't want. And after it got to the point of 15 emails a year from this one company, I finally replied to the main recruiter and said, please take me off your contact list. She did not reply.
Yeah,
not only did she not reply, she
yet.
and her coworkers continued to email me every few months, despite the fact that I had very clearly quit the programming industry.
This is very much a case of that's not a person doing it, that's just an auto distribution. So they're trying to get as many eyes on as many things as possible. It's literally, I think the term is bullshit. Or a scam. Probably a scam. Most likely a scam.
After 5 more years of this, I once again asked her to please stop emailing me and made it very clear that I am not her target audience and I am not suitable for whatever company they're trying to hire me for. She did not reply. It is now 2021 and I still get emails.
This is going on for years.
Every few months. This is why I'm letting an AI rewrite my LinkedIn. Because if they're going to try to recruit me for 8 straight years, then I'm going to make myself the least recruitable person on the planet.
Well, see, that's just obviously not possible. I already have a LinkedIn profile.
We're going to start this off by rewriting my job at the esports team Tempo Storm, where I helped run a professional studio and produced various media pieces and esports tournaments.
Oh,
but
wow.
The AI can do better than that. So I have this description here, served as the executive producer for the esports company Tempo Storm. So what if I literally just use this first sentence to start off? Here's the prompt, and we'll let it complete. Served as the executive producer for the esports company.
Transformer. That's the name of the... Oh, so it's literally an AI bot from 2021? Oh, interesting.
Tempo Storm, co-founder, talent manager, and stream producer at TSM XDG. That's not true. Xmithy sits down with Kyle to talk about where he got his start in gaming and the biggest inspirations that shaped him. This is about League of Legends. In the interview, he also discusses his current job. So now we would take this.
So he wanted something for LinkedIn, and instead it started to write an article about... because it's doing the general hallucination thing and just putting in bullshit because it looks like it's starting as what it can see looks like a newspaper clipping. So it's giving an interview, a fake interview. Oh my God. The best part is this is probably going to get him more people clicking on his stuff.
Pop that in.
Because it's all just automated at this point.
And then maybe the company stops emailing me about a programming job.
No.
This one doesn't feel very potent though. Okay, what should the first sentence be? I want the start of the prompt to be accurate. I mean, we could just be like, led a huge team. Let's see what happens. Led a huge team. A huge, high-powered, intimidating team. The likes of which you can't even imagine. Our current vice president is this guy. When he came to...
You know what? I thought this was going to be a haiku at first. But we've all had the boss that did this. where they think every single sentence is a new paragraph. Congratulations, everyone. We have reached the point of douchebag AI. I hope we're all happy, world, because we've now done it.
To do a breakout session on leadership, I remember sitting there thinking, holy crap, this is it. This is the guy I want to follow for the next few years. These were the values I had as a staff member. These are the leadership lessons I would tell my current team. I was even envious of the ease with which he commanded respect. Big guy, no. This one's good. This one's real good. Tempo Storm. This was my last job before.
Sorry, it's so cringy to me because I've seen people who unironically do that. It's the unironic part that actually hurts.
Becoming a huge YouTuber. This is also my first paying job. This is when things started to look up. When one company hires you, they might not need you for another month or so. When you work a lot, they may not need you for a few weeks. My experience was like that. Up late every night recording.
I hate this AI with a passion. Absolute and utter passion, because I just... If you know why, I am so sorry. I did not mean to subject anyone to having to read something like that, or even hear it, or understand why, because these AIs are trained on people who write like this. Unironically, even. Here it's being used for funny. There's people who actually had to train the AI to write like this. And it's hallucinating the fuck out of all of this. But dear God, man. The annoying part is it's still better than my own ability to write a LinkedIn profile, so I can't actually complain. God damn it.
Content for the next video. I would work from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. with my last shift ending at 7 p.m. Okay, this is number 3. I may have left my job, but if I had stayed, I would have been like, amazing. And here's why. If you've read my previous blogs, you know how little I like to travel, and yet I have traveled the world. I traveled for work. In fact, I traveled every week for about 6 years. It was how I supported myself, and I loved it. I didn't have to live in a hotel, and I got to eat at restaurants with lovely people. My best friend and I lived in Paris for almost a year. I would take a week off work, rent a car, we would just drive across France and be tourists in Paris. We saw the Eiffel. Okay, so we've got 3 options.
As everyone doesn't know, the Eiffel is what came before the tower. It was much less impressive.
The options are: let a huge team, a huge, high-powered, intimidating team. Option 2. This was my last job before becoming a huge YouTuber. This is also my first paying job. This one's good because this would directly contradict probably all the previous descriptions.
Do that.
I may have left my job, but if I had stayed, I would have been amazing. And here's why. I do like this one because my job description is about me taking a week off work and just driving across France. Like, that is not what you talk about.
And the best part is there's not a single person in upper management who's like, huh, they took time for themselves because they were so confident in their work that they would do this. Also, the same manager, they took a week off work. I'm not projecting on this at all. I'm explicitly remembering instances.
When you're describing the work you did. All right, 1, 2, or 3. These are the options that are going to describe my previous job.
He actually has a random internet
it's looking like number 1's going to take
They really
it.
like the first one.
Number 1 is more of just kind of a confidence play, right? Somebody's going to read this and just be like, whoa,
this
huge
guy.
team. Congratulations, this one wins. This is my new description for my previous job. This is fucking nonsense. The first sentence is just like, fuck you, recruiter.
Here's the thing. He thinks this is horrible, and it is if a human was reading this. But the spam bots are going to eat it up because he still has executive producer in the title. That's the only part that matters.
This is so aggressive. Next up is my teaching job at UC Berkeley. I was a student instructor for one of Berkeley's introductory programming classes.
I have family that went there. Ow. No, I mean, seriously, that is ow. Because if you're not paid really well, as in you're not there, because anyone who needs to be at Berkeley is not paid well enough to be at Berkeley, and he's a student instructor, so the money is not going to be a thing, that means he's probably renting out, if he's lucky, a closet to lean against while he's asleep. And while that might be a joke, it's because you could actually get someone to rent out a closet as composed to the alternative of there's no one left to rent the closet to. Wait, I have that backwards. It's not there's no one left. It's that there's no closets left to rent out. Silly mistake. They sublet everything. I think they might put laws in eventually to fix that, but no. I had family that literally rented a bed in a room in a 2-bedroom apartment, which sounds nice until you realize it should have housed 2 people. It housed 8. There was someone who rented 1 couch. There was someone who rented a chair. There was someone who rented the closet because it actually was a very large walk-in closet and they could put a little cot in there. And that wasn't ironic. So yeah, props to you surviving that, man. That is not easy because goddamn, it's expensive.
Why don't we generate all 3 of them at once? Are we good with these 3 prompts? Led 26 students through daily 3-hour classes. You wouldn't believe how hard I educated these students. I became the leader of a new generation of students. Number 1.
You can't believe how hard I educated these students? Do I need to say it? Do I just... He will get a very different type of prompt looking into him. It's like, so how hard did you have it with these students? I don't think that's the kind of spam he wants to attract. Or maybe it is. I'm not judging. Maybe a little, actually.
1. Led 26 students through daily 3-hour classes. He learned how to use his talents to train a puppy. I had never had a dog in my house, and all of a sudden I'm on the receiving end of what we're doing with these dogs, said Loftus. The students had 8 months to train the puppy to perform 10 commands. The program is a partnership between Yale, Animal Farm Foundation, Heifer International, and the Children's Medical Center.
The fucked up part is this, he's probably going to treat this as a joke, but unironically, I could see actual people looking at this and going, oh, wow, real life skills that were completely outside of people's wheelhouses when they weren't expecting it, and he managed to do it? This is so incredibly bad that only an absolute moron would ever consider this. So I think there's probably going to be a few real emails reaching out to him specifically about this now.
At UC Berkeley, the program will be in town until June 11. To learn more, click here. Nothing will happen if they click there.
Someone will try and they'll ask him for a click link.
How hard I educated these students.
This is going to be bad.
Every single time. When I asked one of them to repeat the last 3 letters of a word, one of them would say, "Don't worry, I'll sound it out in the dark." And I kept hearing them whisper, "Don't worry, we won't tell anyone," at each other as they walked by. I was absolutely astonished. I'd been in
this went exactly how I thought it would.
charge of the classroom of me for only 6 weeks. How could that have happened? I was almost embarrassed. My own students really had the student in them. A few days later.
Yeah, it was, he taught them so hard they put a little student in the student. You know, there's really no good way to say that. That doesn't sound incredibly incriminating. Oh, God. Why did you even put this online,
This
dude?
one's pretty good because it's like kind of dark. Well, it's not dark. It's literally dark, I guess. Led 26 students through daily 3-hour classes. Got big smiles from the students when I joined in and went on breaks. This time I took my day pack full of supplies so I could haul some laundry home. It was unseasonably cold, so I was able to dry a load in between classes. For the record, I did not do my laundry in between classes.
Okay, I love how just talking about 26 students in 3-hour classes immediately made the entire AI assume that he is massively broke. I mean, Berkeley, so accurate, but at the same time, man, wow, judgmental AIs.
One student thought it was very exciting when I was done and brought me a roll of toilets. I never tried any loads when I was teaching. New description for my teaching job at UC Berkeley. I think we know which one it's going to be.
Oh, no.
All right, the dog one is real fucking funny. I'm happy with this.
I kind of hope for the dark
Next up is my
classroom.
programming job at EA. And despite what that might sound like, I did not actually work on any video games or anything of importance. I just worked on the tech stack that EA uses for their mobile games.
Ah. Yeah, never mind. This is why he gets the spam. He's literally doing the only thing EA actually cares about. Judging so hard right now.
Worked on the client side of the mobile SDK team at Electronic Arts. It sounds pretty boring. Yeah, it was not very exciting. My
You just have microtransactions that I programmed them.
Effect on EA's profits. I single-handedly saved EA's prospects. I don't want to straight up lie in my portion. I pissed on the EA servers What?
Hello, Mr. Douglas.
Yeah. So, whenever anyone says anything about EA's microtransactions, we know who to blame now. I kind of wish the pissed on the servers was a real thing, because that's off to him. And apparently pants as well at that point.
I am a representative from the US government. We are very impressed by your recent changes to your LinkedIn and wish to offer
Someone
you
is
the
trolling him in
position
chat with that.
Supreme
Did they have to
Leader.
pay money for that?
Back
They
to us
did, probably.
as soon as you can.
Well, guys, this might be my last stream. I'm about to be hired as the supreme leader of the government. I'm not sure of what. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for cold, hard business.
Oh,
3,
no.
2, 1. Worked on the client side of the mobile SDK team at Electronic Arts, researching C# and .NET. Introduced myself to the Windows Phone Convergence team. Brittany had a blog post on that, which is investigating a C# and .NET solution for Windows Phone 7 that would be browser-based. Not that this idea is dead yet. Posted by Brian Sumner. Joined the Wintana Google Plus group and will update my users of the solution I made for Palm on Android and Nook. Wait.
Wow. They were training this AI on really outdated media. Nook and Google Plus. Also, I hate to ask, but is that an actual linkable hyperlink? Not just the usual bullshit, but is there something real about this? Like, did it pull someone's actual one or just a bullshit one? My normal thought would be it's just a hallucination that they're using because that's what AIs do. But there's that little part of me in the back of my mind going, is that someone's actual post? Please tell me he checks this out. Please tell me he checks this out and immediately has to blur the image because it's massively cursed. I want that to be a thing. Let that be a thing.
Hey, hold on. So I'm working on Android, Nook, in Google Plus, on Windows Phone, in C# and .NET, and it's browser-based. What the fuck is this job? I don't understand at all. Who's Brian Sumner? Please.
And the best part is the vast majority of people would not get how any of that is a problem. Other than I'm pretty sure one is Alphabet, Microsoft, and I think Amazon had the Nook. I don't even know what Palm is. For Palm on Android and Nook. Oh, Palm's an app. Okay.
Please go to the link. Is it appropriate? I don't want to. I don't know.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
It doesn't exist. All right. That's actually better. It's more of a flex on the recruiters who check me out.
I am
like,
very disappointed in you, AI.
Like, for more information, click here, and then click it. Like, there's no more information, and then they come to
it
this
was so
one,
hot,
like,
I had to take it down.
Thank God. At least Brian Sumner is going to tell us what's going on, and this link is broken. My programming had a profound but sinister effect on the profits of Electronic Arts.
Oh, no.
In only 20 months, the money flowing into the company increased fivefold, from 3.4 billion to 11 billion. It's safe to say that's the single most important thing that happened to EA in those early years, says Chris Connor, who now works at EA. The long-term effect on the company's bottom line might have led EA to take long-term risks with their employees' health and well-being. But in the 1990s, even the sharpest game companies were focused on short-term profits.
Okay, wow. Is this counting as an AI trying to join a union? Because that seems like it's incredibly accurate to how EA burned through people. Although, on the other hand, it's EA who is bad until you consider Activision, Blizzard, and the fact that that is literally accurate. Honestly, if you just swapped out the word right there, you know, this is probably taken from an article about Blizzard, isn't it? Huh. I would not be surprised about that.
For instance, maybe remember EA as the... All right, that's number 2.
The is probably the best way to remember
it. EA Sports, it's in the game, changed my outlook on life, and here's why. That says it all, at least for me. EA Sports, just in the past few months, introduced the Journey mode
Star Wars
in the FIFA series. That's the main hook of this Madden game, which they also do an amazing job of utilizing all over the game. EA Sports' Star Wars Battlefront was also the biggest video game of 2015, and it gave me my biggest video game moment ever in 2015 when I logged in for the first time and played as Darth Vader for the...
Okay, let's be completely honest. It's stupid, But how many people there would have actually bought FIFA if they could use Darth Vader just run up and choke out the goalie while kicking the ball in? I'm not saying I would do it. I'm definitely stating I would still miss because I cannot play those games for shit. But it would be fun, even if I immediately regret the purchase because I had just given EA money for FIFA, which is literally a giant scam. I would do it once. I feel bad, but I would do it.
First time in Star Wars Battlefront, EA Sports has really learned how to blank. Dude, we've got 3 pretty potent options. All right,
do the second one. Do the second one.
Okay, yes. I figured as much. Dude, it had to be number 2. Number 2 is so aggressive. All right, congratulations. This is my new EA job. Wait, should I just put a period? But then even the sharpest game followers are focused on long-term profits. For instance, maybe you remember EA as the... God, it's even more of a power move. You got to leave them wanting. Next up is a summer job I had to program the Android application for the P90X workout program. This was like 2 guys were working on an app and they hired me to help out with this Android thing and I never met.
I actually know people who use that app. They are... You know, I've seen people refer to P90X as a cult. I don't disagree in the slightest.
Them and they didn't end up paying me for half of my work, but it did actually put really good stuff on my resume. I'll start the first prompt just normally. What should the second prompt be? 2 guys got me ripped in more ways than one. Jesus Christ. Do
it. Oh, he's doing it.
Programming or more P90X? Option number 1.
Oh, no.
Developed major features of the official P90X Android application. And even though they never paid me 50% of my salary and Doug was considering criminal proceedings, the official Android P90X app now lives in the Play Store. True. If you're a fitness fan and can't wait to do your pull-ups and push-ups in the wild, you should get the official P90X Android app from the Play Store and take a look at some of the things it can do. Don't bother installing the commercial release of the P90X app and instead get the official one and download the advanced workout now. Install the official P90X Android app. I don't get paid by the P90X people, so I'm not affiliated. True. Very true. They did not pay me. In some ways, this one's pretty solid. The P90X.
I'm a little disappointed that they didn't do anything about how he's trying to get criminal proceedings going, or even considering it. I'm a little disappointed in the A for that. Did I just say in the A for that? Yeah, because it's artificial. There's no intelligence there. I actually stand by that. Also, I keep forgetting that's his mouse and not mine every time, man.
This workout program has absolutely annihilated obesity in America.
Yeah, I wish.
In only 3 months, my love handles are shrinking. That is a power move. People have lost 30 plus pounds on this program, and it seems easy enough. So in my opinion, they know what they're doing.
So that's where all of the crazy claims for every screw, I was going to say screw loose, but let's be honest, they're not even that good. Just screwed up. That's probably more accurate. Weight loss program out there. It's like all those diet pills, they just went to NAI and said, I lost money. I mean, wait, sorry, that's one is what they want to do, not actually what happens. The other is what actually happens.
I think these 2 videos can even be combined because I think it's great to stretch both sides of your body at the same time. I started my trainer workouts on Sunday. They kicked my ass. Seems so hard. I think I've stumbled upon a pain of sitting in this chair for an hour a day while I'm watching the girls. I don't know if it's... This one leaves a lot to the imagination. It's pretty potent. Somebody's kicking my ass.
That sounds like a euphemism.
My ass is in the chair. I mean, this is a power move opener. And once again, I want to reiterate, this is for a programming job for the Android application. This will probably not work. I don't think this is going to go.
Do it.
But here we go. 2 guys got me ripped in more ways than one.
Oh, no.
Living on borrowed time. Please check back soon, as I will be trying to post something daily, so please keep checking back to see what I've come up with. This is for my LinkedIn profile. Also, thank you all for your well wishes and best wishes for my niece and sister. I will keep them in my prayers. My niece and sister will be having back surgery this week.
I'm assuming ripped and me are what they triggered on here to do a get well soon, like, oh, here's just the general news update about what's happening to me. And that's the only thing I can think of right now, because that is not where I thought this would go. And I'm a bit sad. We lost out. We really lost out on this one.
So I'm going to ask all of you to send some good. This could be, okay, because this could be a power play of like, the recruiter is looking at my profile. They're like, I don't know if this person is even qualified for the Android programming job. I'm going to spam at him. And then they see this and they think, wow, His niece and sister is going to be having back surgery. I should give him a job. He needs the money. Okay, we've got 4 options. Number 1 is, this is like an advertisement for the app. Number 2, my love handles are shrinking. I don't think I want this on my LinkedIn profile. It would be one thing if...
This is probably the best one because that is so sus. Oh, I just used the word sus unironically. Oh. I don't know. Oh, no.
If I mention sitting for an hour a day watching the girls, right? And then I like follow up and kind of, you know, clarify maybe what the situation is, but I just cut off the next sentence. I don't know, man. It implies that I was like arrested while I was writing this, watching the girls. The implication here. We got to change it. Can I change it to men? I feel like that's fine. Young men. Well, okay. If this one works, I'm going to replace girls. Option number 3. Oh, this is my niece and sister having back surgery. Okay. Not surprisingly, we're going to go with the love handles. I also think I've stumbled upon a pain of sitting in this chair for an hour a day while I'm watching the blank. Whatever word comes next. The single word that comes next. We swap that in for girls and we're good. I just don't
girls
want my
again. 2 girls again.
Anything illicit or fundamentally creepy. I'm watching the kids. No! Is that better?
No, it's worse.
This one's worse. How about I can redo a single word or phrase if it's particularly bad, but I have to gift 5 subs every time. I also think
he's going to gift a lot of subs. It's not going to get better.
For an hour a day while I'm watching my children. You know what? That's fine.
You sure about that?
Everybody still wins because I'm still watching kids. We get the best of every single world. Incredible.
So I'm going to cut this one here, mostly because 1, I want to come back to this when I have more time, and 2, because it's late at night and my wife may or may not have reminded me my continued survival relies on her not waking up in the next 5 minutes. I should probably also be talking a little softer, so let's keep that in mind. And by me, I do mean me keeping that in mind. Yeah. More importantly, though, I'm still going loud. I'm just really kind of enjoying this because that AI is, it's not the crazy level of ChatGPT that would go all out, but it has some very interesting biases on what it triggers for certain words and how it just runs with them. And the funny part is, it's not going to help him in the slightest because I don't think there's a single one of those spam bots that was getting after him that read any of that. It just scans for keywords. And a lot of those keywords were the title. Nothing else is going to matter. And I'm looking forward to that moment of, well, shit, it literally had no effect. Because if there's one thing you know, all the online job sites, they're all just hives of scam and scammery. Is that a word? It's the English language. If you say it long enough, it becomes one, so it's not a word. Oh, God, I can't wait to see how this concludes. I wish I had time. And also, I'm still too loud. I need to tone down the voice there. Gotta work on that. Yeah, so I'll go make amends to my wife and promise chocolates and roses. No, she doesn't like roses. Regular generic flowers. I don't know where I get lilacs. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, unless I was too loud, in which case, well, this video won't come out then. That would be awkward. Yeah, see you guys then. Adios.